I'm getting arrested. Yes. Sir, I didn't attack her. I put my...
This isn't Germany. This isn't Gestapo. I haven't broke no laws. Leave me the fuck alone.
Okay.
Gestapo tyrant!
You better stop it now. I'm not messing with you.
Fuck you, bitch.
You better stop.
I ain't done nothing. Not swung one time.
Are those double locked yet?
Most police officers work hard to keep people safe, but some cross a line that can't be ignored. They lie, they cover up, and they think no one will notice. But in these real cases, the truth had other plans. These lying cops got caught in 4K and instantly regretted it. Justice didn't come from a badge this time. It came from brave citizens who stood their ground and exposed the corruption for everyone to see. These stories are captured in plain sight, written in normal letters of truth and action.
I got my foot right here. She's the one.
You're the one being aggressive.
A woman called the police and calmly explained that she had come from North Carolina because her son was in distress. His girlfriend was not normal, she said, and the stress was getting to him. Her son had PTSD, but the officer on the other end didn't ask clear questions, didn't listen, and showed zero understanding of his mental state. The ones trained to de-escalate didn't even try. What happened next was all caught on camera. These lying cops got caught in 4K and instantly regretted it. And sadly, this was just the beginning.
Like, she told me she has, so...
Mom, the police are sitting right here. Can you explain to the police officer, without me saying anything, why you had to come down here?
Okay. This is Deputy Myberg.
Hi.
Hey, what's going on?
I had to come down there because that young lady, she is just crazy. She got him all upset. He has PTSD. And I had to come down there from Silva, North Carolina because he was so upset. And she would not stop.
Okay. Has he, have they laid hands on each other at all?
I know that he had a bruised arm.
I've already spoke to the desk sergeant this morning. The desk sergeant said she cannot come.
When asked if there had been any physical contact, the mother said her son had bruises. Although this could have been proof of violence, the officer didn't try to protect the victim or check the bruises. Instead, she let the conversation drift away. His approach was passive, showing no urgency, almost like they wanted to pretend the family conflict wasn't serious. Funny how ignoring signs of abuse somehow became part of protocol.
That's why I'm trying to figure out how you can override that.
Sir, if you want to talk to my sergeant, you're more than welcome to.
I do.
Okay.
But anyway, it's she
Okay.
just needs to stay away from him.
Sir, I'm not your enemy. I'm not trying
No,
to...
she freaking attacked me, and that's
Well,
what
listen,
stopped
I'm
this
not
whole
your
thing.
enemy. I'm not here to...
I know. I'm not mad at you. I don't
sure
want her
taking it
here.
out on me.
No, I know I'm not. Now you're saying I am. I don't want her here because of the stuff she did.
Listen, I understand that, and I'm trying to explain to you why I've made the decisions I have.
I called the desk sergeant this morning. Actually, I spoke to them because I wanted to know what my rights were because I didn't want this going down anymore. And instead, somehow, this turned into her saying domestic violence.
No, it wasn't her. It was you calling this morning, sir.
Oh.
The man got upset and demanded that his ex-partner and her guests leave the house. The officer tried to stay neutral, but she didn't have control over the situation. Instead of clearly determining who had the legal right to stay, the police let tensions rise. They ignored possible threats and signs of escalation. Ironically, in trying not to take sides, they ended up helping chaos win, mostly by lying.
You calling this morning was domestic violence.
Yeah.
So this is, we're not here to attack you. We're here to help you, okay? Let me get my sergeant on the phone.
Can you please get him over here?
Yes, of course I can. But there's two sides to every story. Listen.
She hasn't been here, and then she's been doing threats.
Okay.
And then
listen, he heard your side of the story this morning, and I heard hers.
I want him over here. I want her removed because I want a third party that has nothing to do with this over here. And her ex, I want him off the property right now. With that Toyota, he doesn't belong here. He has no residency here. He needs to be gone.
He doesn't have residency
He-
here,
I
but
want
she
him
does.
gone. I
So
want
she
him
has
gone.
permission to give him.
I don't care. He does not belong here. I do have a say in that. I want him gone. Now.
The officer called his sergeant and described the man as very aggressive. Instead of calming things down, she used subjective language that only made the tension worse. There was no effort to isolate the man or offer him support. The police lost control and started showing signs of uncertainty. It's almost impressive how fast they chose judgment over de-escalation. And if you think this was the low point, just wait, it gets messier.
776, 773. I need you here. This guy's being very aggressive. He said he spoke with you this morning and you said that they were not allowed here. Hey. This guy's being like super aggressive. So I need you here like as soon as you can. Cause, well, no, not 1018, but he is like flipping out on me because you apparently talked to him this morning and you said that they weren't allowed.
The female officer admitted she didn't have the full picture because her sergeant had only heard the man's side of the story. Still, she let the situation get worse while waiting for backup. Instead of setting up a neutral space for both parties, the police's passive stance allowed more verbal escalation and opened the door for possible physical conflict. Amazing how doing nothing can still make everything worse.
Back here, but you only had his side of the story, and I explained that to him, and he's like shaking mad. Well, from what she's told me, she lives here. So, I mean, it's two sides of the story, and I explained that to him. I said, she's saying she does live here, you're saying she does not live here, and yeah, but I need you here, man. Alright. Yeah, he talked to me. He's over here causing a scene, so. Yeah, I know. He's being very hostile with me.
And he just locked me out of the bedroom and he locked all the doors.
Like this.
Well, I've got my sergeant coming out here this morning, right now, because apparently he called my sergeant.
The woman was locked out of the room and couldn't get her belongings. The police knew she had the right to be there, yet did nothing to help her gain access. Worse still, the female officer didn't have the full picture of what had happened and showed no real interest in investigating it properly. It's almost like they mistook laziness for neutrality. And somehow, this wasn't even their final act of negligence.
This morning, and from his side of the story, my sergeant told him you guys weren't allowed back. That's not true, because he told him that you haven't lived here in months and months, and so that you haven't established residency, which in that case my sergeant would be correct. But you have been here,
Yes.
you have been living here, so you have every right to this residency, so you have every right to get your things. However, if he does tell you you can't take certain things because he says they're his,
Oh, yeah.
then you can't take them.
Well, that's a battle. But she's got all the documents to establish residency.
Oh, no, I totally believe you. But he was told by my sergeant this morning that you were not allowed back here and you could be criminally trespassed.
Yeah, well.
So my sergeant's coming back here to fix everything. Because he does not want to hear what I have to say. He said, how can you override your sergeant? What your sergeant says. And it's like, well, you gave my sergeant your side of the story, which I explained to him. And you gave me your side of the story. So
The man shouted and things turned physical. When the woman tried to take her belongings, he slammed the door on her. The officer yelled for them to calm down, but didn't step in, even as the situation clearly escalated. Sure, many would side with her and say the man was the problem, but don't forget, the officer never investigated properly. He could have been the victim here.
at this point, it's just his word against yours.
All she wants to do is leave.
I totally
That means not being
understand.
an adult.
I totally understand, but I'm waiting on my sergeant to come here, which you're supposed to be getting her out already. But
Can I
He
still...
locked her out of the room so she can't get her stuff.
Don't leave the house. Go back in the house.
it's locked.
He's locking
Leave
everything
mom.
up.
Tell mom to stay in the house. Tell mom to stay in the house.
Can't even get hold of her because you can't get in there.
So at this point, it's going to be a courthouse issue. since he's being so hostile and aggressive and saying that, hey!
Oh man, he's getting violent.
Dude,
I got my foot right here. She's
No,
the one.
what are you
You're
doing?
the one being aggressive.
No, she was not. I
What are you doing?
You told her fucking.
You're being aggressive.
The officer tried to restore order, but without authority. She let the woman and the man yell over each other, doing nothing to stop the rising aggression. Instead of separating them, she told them both to be quiet, which only made them more frustrated and more certain they weren't being treated fairly. Funny how telling people to calm down works best when you've already lost control.
You little baby.
I did not tell her.
I need
don't
another
calm
unit,
down.
1018,
Calm down.
1018.
Him up.
No, they're
Out.
taking fucking shit out
Let
of
her
here.
out.
It's not true, Carl.
I wanted her out until the sergeant gets here.
No, listen, you need to calm down for a freaking second. You can't
I
shout.
asked for this to stop,
Hey, may I talk for a second, please?
but you're letting them clear everything out.
Things, Carl.
Listen,
Man, can you
hey,
shut
both
the
of you, stop!
Can you let them out
Stop!
and I talk to you?
You
alone?
need to talk to me separately, and you guys need to
Can
go.
they get out, please?
You need to
I'm
calm
begging
down.
you,
Take a
please.
breath.
This is why I talked to the sergeant this morning.
Listen, I need you to calm down, and I need you to let me talk. The sergeant is on his way right now. And actually, he's on his way code because you tried to slam her in the fucking
No, you didn't even see that. She freaking jumped back on the
Stop.
door. My foot, I showed you, my foot was down there.
Stop! Do you want something solved? No, sir. You need to come right
Mom,
back
are
here.
you still hearing this? Can you get Dad to listen to this?
You need to listen to me. I told you, if you have a problem and she can't take something, you need to talk to me.
You got him over here telling me I'm a baby when he don't even know what the hell ever even went on in this? You got her telling me that I'm a fucking freak because I have PTSD, following me outside, telling
Would
me,
you let me talk?
march on, soldier, march on.
Would you let me talk? Okay, we're both taking a deep breath because we're both worked up. If you say
No, she's freaking
would you
abusive.
let me talk, man?
I want him gone.
Please stop.
No, that door, no, that right there, I don't have to put up with that shit in this house. Man,
Stop.
let me, see, look.
Guys,
Look, this is my fucking house, stop.
Separate.
When the sergeant gets here,
You're not locking me in this house with you, and I'm having
oh,
a
I ain't
conversation.
locking you in the house. I'm shutting the door so they stop. You can leave the door unlocked.
Stop.
Can they stop?
The man tried to prove the woman was the aggressor by showing his bruises. The female officer didn't question his claims, but also didn't check them right away. The resolution came down to both sides have a story, with no effort to confirm the facts. The police gave up their role as investigators and settled for a useless sense of balance. Nothing like neutrality that protects no one. And yes, the real failure was still unfolding.
Yes, everyone
Take
needs to
those chairs
stop.
out. Take those chairs out. Those belong to her.
Everyone needs to stop for a second. If you don't want something to go, if it's yours, it stays. I told
This
them
is
that.
why a third party needed to come here, because of
What are you
this.
talking about third party, man?
Somebody that's not involved with
I'm not
them.
involved. That's why they came with me.
Not on the property. This is what I talked to the sergeant about this morning.
And the sergeant only heard your side of the story. 10-4, I still need someone 10-18. You can talk to me about this, not start shoving people out, man.
I didn't shove her. She shut the f***ing door. I even showed you my foot is sitting there. I
Dude.
stopped the f***ing door.
I saw it, man.
And the blame game continued. The officer witnessed the fight over the door being slammed but didn't take firm action. Everything stayed at the level of verbal back and forth with no real steps taken. There was a clear lack of protocol for situations like this and a visible reluctance to take responsibility for anyone's physical safety.
I saw it with my own two
She,
eyes.
she was walking out the door and I was shutting it behind her. They told her, wait, don't let him shut it. I saw it because they didn't want me to lock the
She
door
had
until
a
the sergeant
box.
got here. I'm not stupid either.
She had a box in her hand.
She was walking out and she pushed back. Oh my
So
God.
what's your response? You're gonna shove her out, man?
No, I was
Yeah,
shutting
that's what
the
you
door. She leaned back into it.
And you shut the door with her in the doorway.
No, I had my foot sitting there. I said, watch. My hands ain't even on the f***ing door now.
Dude, I saw it, man. And my sergeant's gonna get here and he's gonna tell you the same thing. Because you didn't tell him.
The man complained about past incidents with the woman, violence, scratches, verbal threats, yet he had never called the police over that. The officers pointed that out, but without a trace of empathy. Instead of trying to understand the emotional chaos of someone living with PTSD, they focused on his procedural mistakes. It's almost like the paperwork mattered more than protection. And just when you think they couldn't get colder, well, they did.
I'm the right side of the story.
Mom, can you get down here?
There's two sides to every story.
You know who was on the phone with me when she was beating on the hood of the truck when I was trying to leave? You know who was on the phone with me when she was trying to snatch the door handle off? When I sent the picture of the bruise on my goddamn arm and the claw marks? Look at this, ma'am. Look at the door.
Why didn't you call police when this happened?
I called my mom because I didn't know what to do. Then she told me that she didn't trust me because I got my family involved. I said it was either call the freaking police or call my mom.
You needed to call the police. I can't do anything about that now.
Here, I'll show you the picture because I sent it to my mom. Problem is that girl was a... And I think her past is freaking haunting the shit out of her.
The man expressed a sense of injustice because his ex-partner was allowed to decide who could stay in the house. The officer tried to explain the law but failed to enforce it. Her authority was already weak, since she hadn't set clear boundaries earlier. And honestly, on what basis did she decide who had what rights when she didn't even know the full backstory?
Listen, the best thing for you guys is to part ways. If you're saying that some of this property is yours, then they can't take that property. I've been through that with you, man. That's literally all you had to tell me was, that's
I
mine,
didn't
don't
want
let
them
them take it.
here. A third party, a moving company.
That's not how it works. Even if they go through a TPO, they still have to come here and take their stuff. You have to go through the courts. Or you can be kosher about it and tell her what she can and can't take. That's what I was trying to explain to you.
I'm coming off Cabot Creek. Don't send me around to 776.
Mom, where's that picture from when my arm? There it is. There. That's the day it happened, and it turned bluer and bluer, and by the time my mom got down here, it was purple. And then what's that right there? What's that right there? Claw marks. Think it don't happen? No.
Temple. I never
No.
said it didn't
She's
happen.
abusive as
I never said it didn't happen.
And I can't
what
be
I'm
around
so
this stuff
worked
no
up
more.
about and what I'm trying to get this calm down is what just happened here, man.
I said that I didn't want them or their family
I
here,
understand,
and
but
I said that in a text to her
I
previously.
understand, but she has every
Previously.
right.
The man kept complaining that he was surrounded by her relatives and exes. The female officer let them stay, saying they were just helping her pack, yet she clearly knew this could lead to more conflict. She literally coached those girls on how to take everything she wanted, coached them on how to strip that man of his rights in his own home. And still, they called this keeping the peace.
To this resident.
She does. They don't.
She resides here, so she gets to decide who visits here, man. That's how residencies work. Just like if you wanted me to leave, if she says I can stay, I can stay. I know it doesn't feel right to you, but that's just how it is. And that's why you got to go through the courthouse. And like I said, if there's stuff that's taken that you don't want to be taken, it stays. I went over that with her.
What's the road off of
I'm not trying to fight with you, man. This is the last thing I want to do.
So we got her exes and her brother's exes and everybody else here, and the mother-in-law who also started stuff.
If they're here to help her get
The
her
very
stuff, then
people-
that's it. They're just here to help her get her
I
stuff.
don't want her on your left. Bring off.
I have notified.
76 units you can reduce.
Hey, can Ralph speak to these people?
The law's the law, man.
As the situation reached its peak, the officers still failed to take control. The man tried to explain that it had been previously agreed certain people wouldn't come over, but the female officer ignored his request to have them removed. Even though he co-owned the house, his authority was dismissed. The officer clearly wasn't interested in balance. She took the woman's side without hesitation. Fair? Only if fairness means silencing one side.
I may not be a sergeant, but I know the law.
This is where I had to send her the pictures of me calling Lumpkin County this morning. This is the whole weird mess of whatever it is she sent.
Are you showing the bruise from when you got hurt with the stretch?
What the hell are you talking about? You did that over there. Stretch was different. And I don't even want to talk to you right now.
The problem we're running into is her saying she lives here.
Yeah.
And you saying she hasn't lived here for months. That's why she's allowed to come in and take her stuff.
Yeah.
But if there's stuff that you say is
But what
partially
are these
belonging
other
to
people?
you,
I mean, that's wrong, because this is some of the people that we're having problems with.
But
Except for the guy, which, you know, so this is the first time I've ever met him, and he don't even know everything.
but they're allowed
So-
to help her move. That's why they're here.
I know that, but
If there's
they knew
any
they
of this
were-
stuff,
This was already something put out that she was not allowed to be over here, the mother. This was already put out. And I'm also the head of this household on the deed.
I understand.
She is not on the deed.
I understand. But she has established residency, which is what I'm trying to explain.
All right, well then can you put criminal trespassing against him and have him removed?
It has to be a mutual thing, since she has residency. But once she...
Despite the fact that the man had PTSD and was trying to remove himself from the conflict, the female officer showed no sensitivity to his mental condition. She downplayed what he was going through and ignored his repeated requests for strangers to leave the house. Once again, the police failed to protect someone in emotional crisis. You'd think that would be the low point, but then the sergeant showed up, and things took an even darker turn.
She is gone, then yes, the answer is yes. There's my sergeant right there. You can talk to him. He's probably the one you talked to this morning.
Can you? She brought over. I think I'm the one that talked to you this morning when all that crap happened.
Okay.
Because she ended up bringing over her exes and all this other stuff.
Okay.
Because remember I said I wanted a third party for something like that. At least just have them freaking removed. She can still have her stuff, but I think it just needs to be movers because, and I got PTSD and I can't do this. And
I understand if she's getting people to move here, it's not really a choice unless y'all come to an agreement as far as who she
well, we don't
to
have
help.
an agreement.
That's what I'm saying. Unless y'all come to an agreement,
Yeah.
you know, that's up to her. She's moving all of her stuff out.
No, I'm saying, how does that make her 51 and me 49? If it's not a full agreement between each other, how does it automatically go to her?
It doesn't. So I mean,
So can we remove them except for her, and then she can get her stuff, and if she wants to hire somebody to come over?
Let's be honest, the cops had no business being involved. This was a civil matter. They're not supposed to give legal advice, and yet here they were picking sides. But if they did show up, the least they could have done was stay neutral and actually help the man. Instead, they acted like they were just waiting for an excuse to arrest him. No cause, no balance, just a badge and a bad attitude.
Better help her, but the other people need to leave. I've actually notified the other people before they weren't allowed to go here, except for her ex, whatever he is. That's the only one that hasn't. I asked him to leave, and he won't leave.
okay. So,
But some of these people were already a part of the problem. And my mom, that's actually on the phone, she's actually been involved where she had to come back. She had to come down here because of something that happened.
I got you.
And that was
So
to
she-
prevent from calling the police when that happened.
Okay.
And Merkeisha knows what she did because, yeah.
So would you stay in another room while they're moving stuff? That you're still not okay with that?
No, I don't want them in the house.
Okay.
And we can do whatever we have to do with court, but I want them out.
Okay.
Except for Merkeisha, if she can find somebody she can hire that's neutral,
Okay.
that has nothing to do with this. You see what I'm saying?
The female officer threatened to shut everything down because the items being moved weren't essential. Instead of showing any understanding or allowing more due time to the complicated situation, she used a bureaucratic excuse to stop the process. She completely ignored the emotional stress this caused the man. Once again, she chose cold, rigid procedure over human empathy. And just when you think it couldn't get more heartless, well, think again.
Then they can come in here.
Well, what I'm going to do right now, because this is not essentials that she's getting furniture, I'm going to call it off right now, and she's going to need to schedule something, because this is...
He's past
we're only
the
allowed
15 minutes
15 minutes
anyways.
as far as getting essential items, and tables and stuff is not essential items. So I'm calling it right now. Everybody needs to leave.
All right, thank you.
Okay.
Mom, did you hear that?
Who's she? The other party involved?
I don't know. She's one of them, but the girlfriend or whatever is somewhere around here.
I got my mom also on the phone because my dad is Captain Kelly.
Yes.
What's her name?
Markeisha.
They're calling it. They're getting the
Markeisha in here?
They're calling the freaking baby up.
Markeisha? Okay, you need to stop what you're doing now, okay? This is...
The man tried to record the items being taken out, but even that was barely allowed. The female officer interrupted him, saying they had to finish quickly. She completely ignored the chaos of the situation and the emotional weight he was carrying. Instead of offering help, she gave orders and tone-deaf remarks. Law and common sense were both left behind.
She told you already 15 minutes, essential items. This is not essential items.
I live here.
I understand that, but because of the issues going on here and we have to be here to keep the peace, this is not the time to do it, okay? I've got 3 of my 4 deputies right
So
here.
can I take pictures of the things that I have piled up downstairs?
She is not the main problem. He is the one that started shoving the grandma in the door, like slamming the door on the grandma.
Okay.
And that's when I came over here and he was trying to slam me in the door.
Okay.
She is not the...
You know what the biggest problem in this situation was? The female officer lied to her backup officers about what had really happened. She claimed the man was the main issue, twisting the story to fit her narrative. Of course, as you'll see, it wasn't about safety, it was about her ego. Her pride came before the truth. But just wait until you hear what she actually said.
The main problem. He is the main problem. I told them a million times that 15 minutes and then you're cut off. Then he said she can get what she wants, that's hers. I've got no problem with it. She can get it, she can go.
Okay.
And now he's changing it because you got here. So it's making me look like I don't know what I'm talking about and like I'm the bad guy.
And you've already expressed the 15 minutes.
Yeah, over and over. And I said 15 minutes, we're done.
Yeah.
And I told him about the courthouse.
They need to schedule as
Yep,
far
I
as...
told him that. So he's changing things after he just threw a tantrum and nearly freaking lost it on us.
Okay. Well, they need to wrap it up now because you've been out here more than 15 minutes already.
Yeah,
so.
well that's because this all blew up.
So who was it that got pushed into the door?
The grandmother.
So she's the other one in the dining room?
She's in there.
Okay.
Can she go ahead and leave since she's not doing anything?
They're getting wrapped up, sir.
You get pushed into the door at some point?
The door shut on her.
Slammed in the door. And almost physically pushed. But she came up because I started hollering for her to come. I saw he was trying to push her out the door, so I hollered for her. She came up and he stopped and said, "Oh, I just have my foot in the door." When he's literally
I saw it from the
You
distance.
did see.
That cop should absolutely be investigated and charged for lying. Even though there was a video showing the man tried to prevent violence, the police ignored that and relied instead on their own biased impressions. They completely overlooked that the door slamming incidents were desperate attempts to keep control, not to cause harm. Truth was right there, but they chose the version that fit their narrative.
So this is.
And then he tried to push you in the door?
Well, at that point I came over and then he started acting like he was trying to keep me from getting in. That's why I'm saying he's acting like the victim right now.
Where did it hit you?
She had a box in her hand and he's
So like...
punching her in the door. That's why he doesn't want anybody here.
I don't know if my rotors still work.
Yeah, mine don't.
The female officer kept giving too much weight to questionable claims from others, while still ignoring the man's explanations. When a fight was mentioned, she made no effort to figure out the order of events. She didn't check for injuries, didn't explore motives, acted like this case was already closed and always against the man. It's almost like the outcome was pre-decided.
Honestly, this wasn't as far as the extent of everything going on here, and I've only heard his side of the story, okay? Like I told him, she's more than welcome to come get the stuff if he's welcome to it. But if she's a resident here, she can invite whoever she needs to move her belongings. That's not
Will
a
you
choice
express that to him, please?
Yeah, it's not a choice he can make.
Because that's the whole reason he blew up.
Well, he's the one that involved us. He called my husband and started bad mouthing
He doesn't get to the, he doesn't
The
get to
reason why
decide
he
who
blew
moves,
up was
who moves
because of
there.
that. So
Unless he's got a restraining order against any particular
no, he
person.
doesn't. I checked everything.
Then there's nothing that he could say in that matter. Because if she lives here, she invites you to this property to help her move her things. He has no choice in the matter.
They have a loan together. Her name is on the title of that new truck.
Okay.
You know, and
Are you heard it all from the door?
I don't.
County 776, all you, 1081.
Do you need to go to the
The female officer admitted the woman had the right to invite whoever she wanted because she lived there, but she didn't recognize the man's equal rights, even though his name was on the documents. Worst of all, they treated the woman's mother, who wasn't injured at all, as if she were on the verge of collapse, even though the man hadn't laid a finger on her. How far are they going to push this narrative, you ask? Judging by what followed, much, much further.
restroom and look.
I think I'm okay.
Or I could step in if you need to.
If you want to show me,
It happened so fast, and I was shocked.
no,
by
I'm
it that
sure. Yeah, I'm sure you had
yeah.
your adrenaline going.
Mhm.
Probably still is a little.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, I understand.
and
Monkey County
He didn't-
776,
He's-
copy
Oh, no,
1081.
he
Well, we want that for.
literally had very few things in this house. She brought it all in.
Enforce.
I mean, it still doesn't give him a reason to blow up or even assault anybody in any way, shape, or
No,
form.
he started locking
Because
the
he's
doors.
upset. Now, if he's upset, he should have secluded himself in a room.
That's what I told him. I said, if you have any problem with what they're taking, which you've said that they can take it and they can leave.
Yeah.
If you've got any problem with that, then you need to let me know, and they will leave it.
Yeah. And that's what I told him too.
Even though the man clearly explained that he hadn't called the police earlier because of trauma and not knowing how to react, that was used against him. The female officer questioned the truth of his bruises simply because he hadn't filed a report in time. Can you believe that? Well, of course, women everywhere can believe that. Whatever her motive was, it definitely wasn't justice. And sadly, she wasn't anywhere near finished with him.
On the phone.
And then he's alleging some domestic abuse,
Last unit 10-9.
but he didn't call law enforcement at the time.
He told me about that earlier, but didn't wish to disclose any information as far as to report it.
Yeah, well now he's blowing the whistle on it, and he wants
The
to.
bruises on his arms, that was, he sent me a text and showed me that he said that the horse, there was an incident with the horse.
Well, he didn't call police when it happened either, so we
But I
can't
wasn't
prove that
here.
those bruises even came from, like, if it were you, you know? So you don't
I
have
got
much
a
to worry
text
about.
message where he, yeah, okay.
Yeah. We're not saying you did it. We're not
Yeah.
saying.
But we do got to cut this off because this has gone way over
Okay,
15.
okay, I'm sorry. Okay, well, what,
So you gotta
I'm just
talk
talking
to
to her
the
as far as the
courthouse.
assault that took place
Okay.
here. Everything else, if you're able to wrap it up,
Okay, you want to get the rest of your china? Some of it's
Mama's China?
Yeah, I was trying
but we
to.
need
Well,
to.
he needs me to stop.
Yeah, we need to stop now
Yeah.
and we need to come back because right now it's.
So when did?
You got to schedule an appointment with the courthouse.
Yeah, and they can
Courthouse
actually-
deputies can come out here and spend an extended period of
They
time.
can spend hours out here if need be, but like I said, I've got most of my road guys out here, and we allow 15 minutes for
Yeah,
keep the
okay.
peace,
What
and
if-
it's gone past that
I know,
15 minutes.
They told us, and we appreciate it. So what if we
I
change
get your
the law
contact
from
information.
It's one of those he can't deprive her access to the property. If she's a resident here and she lives here, he
I
cannot
ran out
deprive
of
her
case
access.
cards, so I'm just gonna have to write it down on a sticky note. Okay.
The police admitted that the woman needed to schedule her move out through the court since the allowed time had expired, yet somehow they still blamed the man, as if he alone caused all the chaos. Even though he had previously asked for a legal resolution, they only now confirmed he was right. The delay and indecision from the police made everything worse.
He can't deprive her access to the property. If she's a resident, she lives here, he can't deprive her access of it. Now, if you voluntarily get all your belongings and leave, at that point, he can say you no longer live here, he can have you trespass from the property.
That's
But that's only after you've removed all your stuff, you say, I don't need to go there for anything else anymore. But if you live here, he can't deprive you any access to the property. Okay?
I'm not gonna be here without anybody, so.
No, so what the whole thing is, you need to schedule it with law enforcement. I'll get you the number for it. And they can send 1, 2, however many deputies that they think may be needed up here for an extended period of time. Okay?
And you need to tell them about what happened today, so that at least they'll send 2.
So, so actually they're here for that detail, so I can inform them if it goes from there. But as far as we just need to, if there's anything essential you need to get it now.
Did you get all your clothes?
Yeah, so we need to go.
Okay.
So
So I
about that, the wrapping paper?
He can complain all he wants to. But as far as the assault, as far as him hitting you or everything, are you wanting to press charges at all?
If he gets super ugly.
The only thing more frustrating than the female officer's behavior was the backup officers who blindly followed her lead. Why did they all listen to someone who clearly didn't know how to do her job? Why did they all trust her judgment without question? Well, it's obvious. Cops cover for each other. But this was another level entirely. Loyalty replaced logic.
With her, not allow, I will.
Well, I'm just saying, just based off of you hitting the door, it's not a circumstantial thing. This is an incident that took place.
Yes,
It can't be as a blackmail.
If
Only if this happens, then I'll press
he
charges.
wouldn't be happy.
Yeah.
And William wouldn't be happy either.
Yeah. So that would be up to you. Like I said, it's got to be a now thing, not a stuff change.
So
Stuff
if I
happens
press
later.
charges, what are the results?
He'd most likely be taken to jail for simple assault, unless you've got like visible injuries that we can document and notate.
I don't know. I mean, I just hit the door, so I don't know that there's going to be anything visible.
Either way, it would just change the verbiage of the charge itself, but he would go to jail regardless. Either way, it would just change the verbiage of the charge itself, but he would go to jail regardless. And it's honestly up to you. She invited you here.
Despite the man repeatedly asking for help and trying to protect his space, the female officer kept saying there was nothing she could do because the woman lived there. Yet in the same breath, she admitted he also had rights, but did nothing to defend them. This double standard created confusion and pushed trust in the system off a cliff. When the law becomes selective, justice stops existing. And yes, the cracks were now wide open.
You're a resident here, you had a reason to be here, okay?
Right.
As far as what he did to you, that's unacceptable. So it's your choice, because you're not in a relationship with him. It's not under the Family Violence Act. It's not like we're mandatory to take action because you are not under the family violence for him. It is solely your choice.
And if he's taken away, she can continue to get her belongings?
If she lives here, I can't control that.
Well,
I have zero control over that. But right now, over the 15 minutes, she's welcome to stay. I would advise her not to.
No, she's not. He's dangerous.
Yeah, I would advise her not to, but I can't remove her from the property if she lives here, if that makes sense. But that choice would be up to you and you alone. And she witnessed it, so.
I did witness it.
She could easily take out charges. She saw it. That'd be up to you.
It's probably on my body camera too.
Was I completely out the door? It happened so fast, I don't remember.
No, you were in the middle of the door. It's up to you.
I don't want to stay. Hey. Hello. Well, no, they're standing here right now. The police are standing here right now. They haven't even written up a report yet.
Yeah, I'm just talking to her. So did that happen right when you got here? Kind of walk me through what happened.
No, so
The female officer described how the man showed signs of distress and was visibly shaking from the start, but she spoke about it with zero empathy. She even admitted he was shaking mad and said he had PTSD, yet she never called for psychological support or tried to de-escalate using any professional protocols. As you'll see, she wasn't looking to help, she was just looking for more reasons to pin everything on him.
You're a resident here, you had a reason to be here, okay?
Right.
As far as what he did to you, that's unacceptable. So it's your choice, because you're not in a relationship with him. It's not under the Family Violence Act. It's not like we're mandatory to take action because you are not under the family violence for him. It is solely your choice.
And if he's taken away, she can continue to get her belongings?
If she lives here, I can't control that.
Well,
I have zero control over that. But right now, over the 15 minutes, she's welcome to stay. I would advise her not to.
No, she's not. He's dangerous.
Yeah, I would advise her not to, but I can't remove her from the property if she lives here, if that makes sense. But that choice would be up to you and you alone. And she witnessed it, so.
I did witness it.
She could easily take out charges. She saw it. That'd be up to you.
It's probably on my body camera too.
Was I completely out the door? It happened so fast I don't remember.
No, you were in the middle of the door. It's up to you.
I don't want it. Oh. Hey. Hello. Well, no, they're standing here right now. The police are standing here right now.
Talk to you for a second.
They haven't even written up a report yet.
Yeah, I'm talking to her. So did that happen right when you got here? Kind of walk me through what happened.
No, so
The man voiced his concern again because he had been told that the people inside the house were violating a no-contact order, but the female officer brushed it off, saying she has the right to invite them because she's a resident. In doing so, she completely ignored his rights as a co-owner and legal occupant, dismissing his requests without any prior legal clarification. His voice was erased by convenience.
they came up here, they were getting their stuff. He was down there on the forklift, or the whatever it was, and he was doing yard work down there. He saw us. I saw him, I waved at him, he waved back at me. Well, then he pulls the forklift up and around when I go out to my car to grab some water, and he's like shaking mad, like you can see him. He's shaking.
He's still
mad.
shaking.
No, I know. First contact, shaking mad.
Yeah.
And I'm like, hey man.
But she says he's got PTSD, which that's okay, sure.
I was like, hey man, what's going on? And he was like, I'm so anxious and I don't know what to do. And I was like, well, tell me about it. Tell me what's going on. And he was like, well, I talked to the desk sergeant or something this morning, and he said that they could not be here and that was a criminal trespass issue. And
so as far as what he told me, she hadn't been here in 6 months.
Right. That's
Which
what
I'm
I told
like,
him.
and he says all of her stuff is gone. Okay.
Well, that's what I explained to him. I was like, according to you, she's not been here for several months. She's moved out. According to her, she still lives here. And I said, it's her word against yours at this point. All her stuff's here. And I said, if you don't want her to take
And her license says at this address.
Yeah, that's what I told him. And I said, if you don't want her to take these things, she has to leave them. I said, I've explained that to her. And I said, they've got 15 minutes to get their stuff. If you don't want her to take specific things, then she can't.
The female officer described a moment where the man tried to stop someone from leaving while locking the door, and her tone made it clear she had already judged him. Instead of clarifying what actually happened or separating the parties, she fully embraced one version of the story. For some reason, she seemed eager to tell all her colleagues her version, as if building a case rather than uncovering the truth.
Can't take that. And I said, she's got every right to be here because she's established residency here. She says she lives here. It's on her driver's license. And he was like, but she doesn't live here. And he was like, well, I don't want these people here because they don't live here. They've got no right to this house.
But she's invited by.
That's what I said. I said she's a resident. She has every right to invite people to her house.
Yep.
And you can't kick them out, frankly. And he mainly just got fired up because of the specific people that are here helping her move. So he goes over there, gets right in the older guy's face and like starts yelling. I can't hear what he's doing, but I see him yelling. And then the older guy and the daughter come over to me and they're like, he's being really aggressive. I'm like, yeah, I just saw that. Well, the grandma, she was walking out with the box full of things, and he had began to lock all the doors.
Not only did the female officer lie to her fellow cops, but the mother of the ex-partner, or whatever role she played in the chaos, clearly understood her role and fully supported the officer's versions of events. It worked perfectly for her. She could defend her daughter and paint her as the victim. And as for the officer, well, you already know why it suited her.
And then, she wasn't moving. So, if you give us just a second, bub. And, she wasn't moving, and by that time, I'm running over there. I'm sprinting over there to break it up. So I get over there, and then he changes it to where he's like got his foot at the door so you can't push it anymore. Well, I get her out of the way, and I shove the door open. And I get in there, and then he's wanting to lock the door behind me and just have me and him in there. And I said, no, we're not doing that. We're not even shutting this door. And I went and I put my foot there, and it shut the door, and he looked at me. And I thought at that point he was going to start swinging, but he didn't. So then he started going into the living room and like pacing and stuff. And he started yelling at me. I started yelling at him. And I told him to calm the frick down.
The female officer admitted she had to yell and get into a verbal argument with the man just to calm him down. Well, someone should probably remind her that just because she says something or makes something up doesn't automatically make it true. She might wear a badge, but that doesn't mean she is the law or has absolute control.
And eventually he started calming down. So, I mean, it took me getting to his level for him to calm down, but then he started calming down, and I was able to talk to him a little more.
Okay. So.
Well, I was on the phone with my husband. He feels like that. He said, "Is the fear of God in him?" And I said, "No." He said, "Are you hurt? Do you need to go to the hospital?" I said, I said, "Dave, I'm a wreck right now." But he said, "I think
there's a lot of emotions going on here." So.
Yeah.
But it's up to you. Okay, like I said, it's not under the Family Violence Act as far as the state charges go. So as far as what you wish to press, it's solely up to you.
If I press charges and then I decide to drop them, what does that do? No.
It's pointless at that point.
It is pointless.
Yeah. So if he gets...
The man tried to explain that the woman had only been coming by occasionally for her things and hadn't lived there in a while. He mentioned his military record and the security clearances he'd passed, stressing that he wasn't violent. He was just dealing with anxiety. He did everything in his power to stay calm and be heard. But what he didn't realize was that his fate had already been sealed the moment these officers arrived.
Because that was when we split after she... You showed up down here.
She's been over there periodically to get stuff.
Yeah.
Okay,
so she's been packing stuff out of here.
Okay.
And then there's a large break of her not coming back.
Okay.
I'm retired military with an FS-86 freaking FBI background check done. I got security clearances and all that shit. You know, I might have anxiety now, but no, I ain't no freaking...
So as far as what happened here with the door, that's my concern currently.
All right, the door was locked.
Okay.
And I'm not locking y'all in.
Oh, you're good.
The door was locked.
Okay.
The table was still here. There was a couple, she had a box and she went to go grab a couple of, what do you call them, lamps.
Okay.
And then I reached over, because the chair was still here, the table was there. And I went like that, and I said, "Danita, you gotta go." My mom was on the phone. She kept hearing me say that, "Danita, you have to leave. I'm waiting for the sergeant to get here." So right when she started walking out, and they got about right here, one of them said, "No," because they knew I had the doors locked. And then she slammed back into it, and I had my foot right here. And even whenever she was trying to say that I held it at first. But then when they were trying to say, "Oh, help me."
His version of events wasn't even considered before the police arrested him. Honestly, I'd love to know what was going through their heads at that moment. Why they went so hard after a man who hadn't done anything wrong. Worse yet, these cops shouldn't have even been there, settling someone's family drama while actual criminals roam the streets waiting to be caught.
I said, "Look," and I went like that, and my foot was still holding the door. And my mom even heard what they said at the door. They told her to go hurry up and block it. So no, they're playing games, which is exactly why I knew that they should not even have been here.
Okay. So, and as far as that goes, we'll address it.
Yeah.
But right now, I just need you to turn around for me.
Sir, I didn't attack her. I put my... Mom, I'm getting arrested, and I didn't even attack her. Yes, I'm getting arrested. Yes. Sir, I didn't attack her. I put my... Can you please remove them from the property?
I physically and literally can't. She's a resident here. If she invites anybody over here, I can't control that. Okay. I understand you don't like them being on your property. I can't legally ask them to leave. Okay.
That's unbelievable.
I even called them this morning because I knew this was going to happen.
Do you want me to turn
My
your
mother
wrist?
was actually on the phone, sir. Can I please talk to you and give you my side? Because can somebody show me some camera footage?
As they arrested him, the man clearly expressed confusion and a deep sense of injustice. The officers coldly told him they couldn't remove the guests his ex had invited, even though he repeatedly voiced his discomfort and protest. They showed zero understanding of the power dynamics at play and completely ignored his feeling of being threatened in his own home, then humiliated him further with a public arrest.
That shows me doing this to her.
She's got it on her body camera.
Can I see it?
It's still recording.
Right now is not the, we can't pop it up to you.
Do you want me to switch your wrist around, or are you okay?
I don't care.
I'm not switching
I'm just kind of blown away right now.
I understand.
This is just crazy.
Mom, can you have Dad call the Sheriff Stacy?
Oh,
Please.
are you talking about Ralph? Or
Yes, have Ralph please call Sheriff Stacy.
Is my key's not working?
No. Do y'all have a contact for Sheriff Stacy?
I do, if you give me just a second.
Mom, he's going to give you a contact.
73.
Are those people that still be there?
Yeah, they're allowing them. They're going to allow them.
Switch your wrist around.
And then there's another people that go in?
Mom, I don't know.
This is just insane.
You got it?
Yep.
Okay.
The man tried to reach out to local authorities and asked for legal help, but no one took him seriously. When he requested to see the body cam footage, the officers refused to show it. Could it be because they don't have it? No way, right? His right to transparency and access to evidence was denied outright. And believe it or not, that still wasn't the end of it. Just another layer in a long line of injustice.
I don't know.
Is there anything in your wallet or
No, I
anything?
don't. No, I don't have it. My wallet's in there in the bedroom.
Okay, you want to grab it and bring it with you? Okay. If you want to walk with it.
Can I lock my machine up out there too?
Your forklift thing?
Yes.
Bobcat?
So what's...
What?
Can I get them to throw some dog food out?
We'll handle the dog.
They'll handle
The
it.
dog food is underneath that thing.
We'll take care of it.
All
Get
right.
your dog's taken care of. We'll have food and water laid out. 3 sets of keys. 1, 2, 3. Wallet, cash. It's gonna go in my front seat. You have your driver's license?
Ma'am?
You have your driver's
I
license?
do.
I need you as a witness if
Okay,
you don't
sure,
mind.
absolutely.
Can I get your driver's license? Well, I said he wasn't showing his butt, but then...
While packing a few essentials and asking to feed his dogs, the man remained calm and cooperative. He showed responsibility, cared for his animals, and handed over personal items without resistance. Yet the police continued treating him like a security threat, cold, formal, and completely without empathy. No recognition of his humanity, just protocol on autopilot. And somehow, doing the right thing only made him look more suspicious.
Kind of jinxed it.
Yeah. 2 minutes later, right?
Yeah.
Well, that's all.
And it didn't have to be this way.
Yeah.
And we will get that accomplished today. To where she does not have to be back here. Ever.
So like I said, you've got residency here, so you don't have to leave. And he's leaving, so you can do what you gotta do.
What's going to be the process with him after this? Like,
He'll have to see a judge, more than likely. Cause
he can't just go post bail and get out in a few hours?
No, he's more than likely gonna have to see a judge.
Okay.
And if it's the weekend, it's probably not even gonna be till Monday.
Okay.
Don't quote me on that. Sometimes the judge feels a little nice and they'll do something on Sunday. But
Hopefully he's fishing.
yeah. So
we'll be able to get all the stuff
he'll
out.
have to see a judge. He'll have to post bond. More than likely, what happens is the judge will set like a TPO.
The officers encouraged witnesses to write statements against the man, even telling them what to include and what to emphasize. By doing this, they directly influenced the testimony and abandoned any pretense of being neutral public servants. The man was arrested, and the officers handed over his property rights without legal process to the woman. Hopefully, these officers will one day face the consequences they deserve. But if you think they're the only ones, wait until you see the next case. Now, speaking of line cops who got caught in 4K and instantly regretted it, meet Officer Hendrick. He approached a man who was calmly cleaning his car simply because the hotel had made a call. The man explained he was getting ready to leave town, but Hendrick immediately asked for his ID. When the citizen refused, saying he hadn't done anything illegal, the officer showed no respect for his right to privacy. Apparently, respecting boundaries wasn't on today's training agenda, and believe it or not, this was just the beginning of their missteps.
Not too bad. Officer Hendricks with the Maryville Police Department. Got a call from hotel management. Gotcha. They said you've been out here for a couple hours. All right. You got an ID on you, man?
No, there's no reason to ID me.
Okay. What's your name?
Doing anything wrong.
Okay. What's your name? 13. You want to head this way? I mean, we got called on you. But you've been out here for 2 hours, which would be. Do you have a room here?
No, I was cleaning out my car.
So that'd be
Just came into
trespassing.
town, getting ready to leave town.
Okay, so that'd be trespassing.
That's not trespassing.
If you don't have a room here,
Trespassing
and we got called here,
Trespassing. This is public.
So
Just getting ready to put the oil in my car and leave. See?
okay. What's your name?
That's all you need.
What's your name? What is your name?
I'm not giving you my name, sir.
Okay. We got.
You have no reason to stop and talk to you.
You got warrants or something?
No, I don't.
Okay. So why don't you give me your name?
Because I don't have to.
Well. Okay. Oh, I don't know.
Coming to make sure I was doing nothing wrong, which I'm doing nothing wrong. So you can go on with your
Instead of respecting the basic right to refuse identification without cause, Hendrick kept pushing, trying to scare the man with questions about weapons and possible warrants. He kept applying verbal pressure and acted like not having a hotel room was somehow a crime by itself. One has to wonder, does this officer even know what trespassing means? And just wait, things were only getting more absurd from here.
Okay, I'm getting ready to leave.
Well, you're not free to leave.
Yeah, I am.
So.
I am free to leave.
What
am I being detained for? What law? What
well,
law?
they said you were out here for 2 hours.
That doesn't matter what they said.
You don't have a room here, so
That's not
obviously
against the law either.
that would be trespassing.
This is public property. I don't see anywhere.
No,
it
it's
says
not
no
public property.
trespassing.
It's
Do you?
private property. The hotel exists.
Do you see anywhere it says no trespassing?
Hotel exists.
It doesn't matter. Do you see anywhere?
So it's not public
Do you
property.
see anywhere that it says
So
that?
it's not public property.
Yes, it is.
Okay.
Public comes in, don't they? Public goes in there, don't they?
Do you have
This
your
is
ID on
public.
you? You're not gonna ID yourself?
Huh?
I said you're not gonna ID
I
yourself?
haven't done anything wrong, sir. Nothing.
Are you failing to identify?
It's not illegal to fail to identify.
Actually, it is.
I have not broken any laws.
Actually, it is. When I request your
Not giving you it.
information. Okay.
Thank you, though.
Do you have any weapons on you? Other
Why
than
would I tell you
the
anything?
metal thing that you're holding?
Why would I tell you anything? You think you could just identify me?
Okay.
This isn't Germany. This isn't Gestapo. I haven't broke no laws. Leave me the f alone.
Okay.
Thank you.
So, I don't understand what this aggression is towards me because I haven't done anything to
Question
you.
is you keep prying in my questions. I don't have to give you nothing. What's your name?
The man calmly pointed out that he wasn't being aggressive. He was simply trying to protect his rights. Still, Hendrick kept looking for a threat where there was none. Even though the man clearly communicated the whole time, the officer tried to label him as uncooperative, despite no laws being broken. And let's be honest, the officer just needed an excuse.
Call your sergeant.
How about you not get in that vehicle?
How about you threaten me and
How about you not
put
get in that
hands on me
vehicle?
for no reason?
I will.
Okay?
You're not going to get in that vehicle.
Sir, you're not allowed to do that. Call your
212,
sergeant.
203. I'm
Sergeant. Sergeant.
I'm headed your way.
Back up. Get out of my space.
Shut your fucking mouth. Yeah.
Get out of my
I don't know
space.
what the hell your problem is.
Get out of my space.
I did not come up to you all aggressive and shit.
Okay, and I
so
said,
the way
no, I'm
you're
not going to
acting-
give you my identity.
Okay.
And I'm getting ready to leave. Did I not?
Except for you're
now
not free
you're
to
causing
leave.
a fucking scene because I'm
Except
about
for
to
you're
get
not free to
loud.
leave. Except for you're not free to leave.
I'm going to record this.
Go ahead, man. It's already recorded.
No,
Look,
trust your cameras.
it's green.
Let me grab my
recorded.
phone.
You are not grabbing anything out
Sir,
of it.
you
Because I don't know
cannot-
if there's weapons in
This
there.
is my property.
Yeah, except for I don't know if there's weapons in there.
It doesn't matter if there's weapons in there or not.
It
I'm
does.
allowed to have weapons.
No.
Yeah?
I might let
Yeah.
you in there.
Why?
because I don't know if there's.
A second officer, a sergeant, arrived. The man again explained he was just cleaning his car, but now the police pointed to the trash he threw away as supposed evidence. Ironically, they claimed he wasn't allowed to use the public dumpster since he didn't have a hotel room, a contradiction since earlier they insisted the area was private property.
Weapons in there.
I'm not breaking any laws, sir. None. I'm free to go.
No, you aren't.
Yes, I am. I haven't done anything.
No, you aren't. I told you, hotel management called and said you've been here for a couple
hours. That
hours.
doesn't mean I broke a law.
It's trespassing.
It's not trespassing, sir. They didn't even
You
come
don't
out
have a
and
room
tell me
here.
anything. So, no name, no nothing. Not cooperating. I do not consent. I'm free to go because you not broken any laws.
Well, this
Thank
is a
you.
sergeant right here.
Have I broken any laws? No.
Okay, so we just got a call from hotel management that he's been out here changing clothes, messing with his car.
My
the plate
property.
doesn't
Get
check
your
back
hands
to
off
him.
my property. As a matter of fact,
he said he's been out here for 2 hours just changing
I
clothes,
didn't say
messing
that.
around.
They
you know.
said that.
He just said he doesn't have a room here.
You can
So-
see all the trash in the damn dumpster I just threw in there.
Okay.
That's
So,
all I was doing, was cleaning out my
You're
damn
not supposed
car.
to use public dumpsters to dump your crap in.
Oh, now it's a public dumpster.
So, I mean,
The citizen resisted with words, not actions. When the officers grabbed him, he cursed out of clear frustration but never posed a threat to anyone's safety. Still, they treated him like a dangerous criminal. Rather than calming things down, the officers fueled the tension, showing zero interest in de-escalation. It's almost as if making things worse was part of the plan. What comes next is seriously going to shock you.
That is the way.
It was a simple check.
Yeah, and I
Yeah,
said
you could have complied.
and I said,
It would have
I
been
don't
different.
have to comply.
Well, obviously you do. You're in handcuffs, aren't you?
Yeah, because you're a fucking goddamn Gestapo tyrant.
You better stop it now. I'm not messing with you.
Fuck you, bitch.
You better stop.
I ain't done nothing. Not swung one time.
Are those double locked yet?
Yeah, they're double
locked.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay, whose car is he going in? Okay, let's go.
You had no reason for this. You better have a goddamn ticket for this. You better have a ticket for this.
quit trying to pinch me.
I'm not trying to pinch you, you fucking douchebag. What are you trying to break my wrist?
Quit trying to pinch me then.
How the f am I pinching you, motherfucker? You're a fucking pussy, dude. You're a fucking pussy.
Get in the car.
Get in the car now.
Oh, wow. You guys are so tough. I do not consent to shit.
You don't have to.
After a violent arrest, the man was taken to the station without any clear explanation of what law he had broken. Officers accused him of refusing to show ID and of trespassing, even though the hotel never asked for his removal. Throughout the process, they ignored his constitutional rights and abused their authority. According to available reports, he was later released without any charges. My oh my, what a surprise. If you thought this was as bad as it gets, well, think again, because the next video dives into an even more outrageous abuse of power. When justice seems impossible to distort further, another case takes it to a whole new level. Don't miss what's coming.